This video is to discuss the assignments for Friday, December 10th. We've done the mulberry bush and practice writing your name Monday and Wednesday this week. We're doing it again today on Friday. Have your child do the mulberry bush song, trace all the shapes as they sing the song, turn it over, write their name, remember to go left to right, start on the go dot for each letter, and try your best to stay on the lines as you're writing your name, nice and neat. After you're done with your name, there's not any additional work for today. This in class would be our catch-up day, or I'm trying to remember, makeup work day. If you didn't get to any of the other, or if you didn't finish any of the other pages, or you just didn't get to them one day, today is a perfect day to do that. You also have the letter B scavenger hunt in your folder. There's also a link to it on the virtual website. You're just looking for things to start with the B sound, the letter B, banana, bear, bee, bus, balloon. If you can't find it at home or outside, you can Google it and look for it, or find a picture in a book or a magazine. Just, to help the kids remember B, B, and that there are a bunch of different words that start with the B sound. All right, after you do your phonics, then it's time for reading the poem of the week with our word for. You have flashcards in your folder that I made for you. Whenever you're working on the flashcards, now these are not flashcards, but you get the same idea. If you keep the flashcards in the same order every time, then the kids can memorize the order. So you want to go through. You can even, if they know it, set it aside if they know the word, and then just focus on the words that they don't know. Every now and then, throw back in the words that they do know, just as a review. Make sure you mix them up every time you go through to really see if they know it or if they're just memorizing the order. That's the beauty of flashcards. When it's on a piece of paper like this, for example, this poem, they don't actually read the poem, they just memorize it and recite it. But on flashcards, they really have to look at it and read it, because you can mix them up. You can even make two of each. I only made one of each, but you can make another one and put them, face down and have them play memory. Do they match? No. Oh, I got a match. These are the same word. They both say it or the or whatever. Put it aside now. Keep playing. There's a bunch of different games you can play with flashcards and sight words. So go over your sight words a few times. Play games with them. Sort them. Which words have 2 letters? Which words have 3 letters? Are there any words with more than 3 letters? That kind of thing. You can play a bunch of different games. You put them in ABC order, but you're really focusing on reading the word and knowing those words. Keep them at home. Use them every day. Use them every other day. Do what you will with them. Just go through the flashcards a couple of times today of our sight words so far, and you can always add to it as we add more sight words. So after you've done your name, completed any work that you didn't get finished through the week, had your letter hunt, your scavenger hunt, worked with your flashcards, read the poem a few times today, really talked about our focus word for. Next is our counting for our introduction to math, our math warm-up. Count to 100 by ones, count by tens, count by fives to 100, and then start with 20 and count backwards. And then after that, you have one more page to do, and that is the shape graphing page. So this involves coloring and graphing. And what you'll do is you, the parent, can color these in for the kids. So you can color the square blue, and then explain all the squares on the pig you need to color blue. So they'll get the blue and color all the squares blue. Please, better than that. Color all the triangles orange, the circles red, the stars yellow, just on the pig. And then what they're going to do is they're going to take all of this information here on the pig, and they're going to graph it. We haven't made graphs yet, so this might be kind of confusing. You might just want to show them this video or show them excuse me, how to do one of them. But let's see. So we're not looking at this square up here. We're not including that one. Just the squares, just the shapes on the pig. How many squares are on the pig? Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 squares on the pig. I'm going to double check and make sure I didn't miss any. Now I'm going to go down to the square, and I'm going to color 5 boxes for these 5 squares. So I'm going to color in this box to represent this square. Now I'm going to color in another box to represent this square, and another box, and another one for another square, and another one for another square. And that's all the squares I have on the pig. So I colored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Do the same thing with the circles, the red circles. Color all the circles red, and then see how many there are and color that many across. And then you'll be able to see in your graph which shape the pig has the most on her, which shape the pig has the least. Maybe there's some shapes that are equal. So just read the graph together whenever you're done. So it's a graphing activity and a shape activity at the same time. Welcome to color the rest of the pig if they want to when it's all said and done. But what we're doing is write your name, of course, with a pen or pencil. Color each shape the correct color. Count how many and show that on the graph. And then talk about the graph. What do you see in that graph? That graph shows us that we have mostly this kind of shape, or these shapes are equal. This shape is the least. That kind of language is what we're going for. You can also talk about these shapes. We haven't talked about how many sides and how many corners a star has. You can discuss that. You could say, you know, there's more shapes put together. There's more shapes that have less than 4 sides than shapes that have more than 4 sides, if you're feeling like your child can go that far into it. So that would be like taking these two and putting them together, and these two and putting them together, and seeing which one has more, which one has fewer. That kind of thing. Just a fun coloring graphing page. That's our math for today. You can review shapes, go on a 3D shape hunt like we went on a 2D shape hunt on Monday. Look for different shapes around the house. Draw on the back using different shapes. Shapes. That's our work for Friday.